Okay, we're ready to go.
This statement is on behalf of IFMC Morocco, Mexico, Oman, PIMSA, Palestine, LIMSIC, Lebanon, IFMC Egypt, IFMC Netherlands, IFMC Algeria, IFMC Brazil, FIFI Sudan, Venezuela, IFMC Kenya, Benin, Brazil, IFMC Salvador, IFMC Peru, IFMC Paraguay, IFMC Honduras. IFMSA is a federation of 1.5 million students. It is meant to be a platform where every voice, regardless of geography or privilege, is heard equally. And yet, time and time again, we see the same patterns. Animals from the global south remain underrepresented in the spaces where decisions are made. We speak about inclusion, about representation, but speeches are not enough. Goodwill is not enough. Yes, our membership teams are working tirelessly to bring in new animals and reintegrate those we've lost. Their efforts deserve recognition, but we must ask ourselves, why are we still losing animals for the global south? Why do some of us show up only to be left behind? The barriers are not imaginary. Visa delays, denials that makes participation feels like a privilege, not a right. Inaccessible platforms and processes, governmental restriction and political instability, financial burdens that weigh heavier on most of us than anyone else. It is not a lack of patience, it is not a lack of capacity, it is a lack of access. If we want a truly inclusive IFMSA, one that reflects the diversity it claims to stand for, we need structural change, not just kind of words that token representation. We need consistent financial solidarity mechanisms, visa support systems, a hybrid participation model that aren't just symbolic, and above all, a will for change. This is not a complaint, this is a call for action from someone who knows what it means to navigate these challenges, just to be seen and heard, someone who came from underrepresented communities. The Global South is not waiting for a permission to lead. We are already leading in our communities, our countries, and our animals. Now it is time for IFMSA to meet us where we are and walk forward together. As we close this meeting, I want to leave you with this. The strength of IFMSA will not be measured by how many animals we list, but by how many of us feel truly seen, heard, and valued in every corner of this federation. Thank you.
Lemsik Lebanon.
One last short one. Before we close, I want to extend sincere gratitude to everyone who made these plenaries possible. To our chairperson, thank you for your unwavering commitment to this federation and for always sharing your wisdom, even off duty, with patience and grace. To the incredible plenary team, you worked day and night under incredibly testing conditions, helping us navigate complex procedures, all while showing us kindness and a smile. You held the space for us even when the hours grew long and the energy ran low. To the CCC, thank you for always being ready to lend a hand and for lighting up our inboxes with the most entertaining email thread and jokes. And as we thank you, we also recognize the limit of what we ask for you. When plenaries stretch past 12 hours each night, it becomes nearly impossible to finalize minutes within the same evening that marks the end of the GA. Let this be a gentle reminder for us all. Gratitude must come with reflection, and care must go both ways. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lemsik Lebanon, IFMC Sweden. Okay. IFMC Subco.
IFMC Subco Fair for one last time. Dear IFMC family, out of respect for our mental health and since this plenary is overdue, we will keep it short. We wanted to say thank you. Thank you to the EB and TO. Thank you to the plenary team and CCC. Thank you to the OC, especially LSR, Anna, if I'm not wrong, Lianco Polo. And at the end, thank you to NMOs, to our members. You are the core of the Federation. You are the reason we are here, and you are what makes all these matter. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Subco, Intersectional IFMSA.
Dear NMOs, we would like to begin this statement by expressing our sincere gratitude to all the members of the small working group on equity, diversity, and inclusion, as well as to everyone who contributed to this vital process, especially to the outstanding EDI coordinator, Oğuzhan from Turkey, Turkey, for his exceptional work throughout the year. As you may have noticed, we ultimately decided not to submit a motion for the adoption of the FMSA declaration on EDI, as we understand that many NMOs believe the time is not yet right for its formal adoption. However, As individuals who have been deeply involved in this topic over the past year, we want to emphasize how challenging it is to develop effective strategies and mechanisms without a solid structure and formal recognition, both of which are essential to ensure lasting commitment from IFMSA leadership and NMOs. That is why we would like to make a call to action to the elected team of officials, especially to continue prioritizing this work, including the development of an IFMSA declaration and implementation of long-term EDI efforts. To NMOs to commit to promote EDI-related actions and initiatives at the national level and to actively engage in all EDI-related spaces, be it trainings, debates, small working groups, or other mechanisms. And to every person within the IFMSA, to work towards building a federation that is genuinely inclusive and respectful, one that not only acknowledges diversity but embraces and celebrates it. Only through collective action, concrete initiatives, and shared commitment, we can achieve a safe and welcoming IFMSA for everyone, a federation where no one is left behind. Thank you.
Medicine Sudan. Medicine, are you still in the call? Okay, IFMC Sweden.
Dear IFMC family, this statement is on behalf of IFMC Sweden, NIMSA Norway, Association Tunisia, IFMC Algeria, Mexico Oman, IFMC Quebec, FEMSIC Finland, IFMC Czech Republic, ISMA Estonia, IFMC Jo, LIMSIC Lebanon, PAMSA Palestine, AMSA Austria, Medicine Sudan and France, HEMSA Greece, BOHEMSA Bosnia Herzegovina, IC Catalonia, TURMSIC Turkey, IFMC Spain, then Brazil, IMC Denmark, and in Portugal. It is with a heavy heart that we are reaching our last moments of the 74th General Assembly August meeting 2025 in Greece, the kind of breathtaking islands and vermiculture. It has been an incredible privilege to witness the passion and dedication that everyone has brought to this GA. Although some days were tiring along with timeless plenaries, we're very proud of having meaningful discussions, valuable insights, and friends for life. We would like to extend our deepest gratitude and sincerely thank the organizing committee for their dedication and hard work. Your passion and commitment in organizing this GA has showed us for one more time how strong and united we are. And we are truly grateful for your work. We should also thank the hotel staff for their help during the entire event. Thank you. We do also extend our heartfelt thanks to the executive board and teams of officials for their unwavering support, guidance, and dedication throughout this term. Your leadership has been shaping our journey, and as you pass the baton to the next generation, you leave behind a legacy of inspiration and commitment that will continue to guide us forward. To the EB and TO elect, we are more than happy to continue this journey with you and looking forward to collaborating closely, helping one another, and taking our federation to even greater heights. Special thanks to our subco for your steadfast oversight, invaluable guidance, and continuous support. Your commitment to upholding our values and ensuring transparency has been a pillar of strength throughout this journey. We would also like to thank the individuals who have been part of the plenary team, CCC and FC, for their work, coordination, and behind-the-scenes efforts. A sincere thank you to IMCC Denmark and Kazakh Kazakhstan for stepping up to host the next two GAs. We do believe that this is a huge responsibility, and we are looking forward to experiencing the next chapter of our journey together in your beautiful countries. Without every single one of you, this would not have been possible, and the experience would not have been the same. Last but not least, let us not forget our members whom we have lost during conflicts. Their sacrifice reminds us of the true cost of peace and strengthens our commitment to building a better future for all. To you, our colleagues, those who fight every day and those who are no longer with us, we continue. Thank you.
Thank you, IFMC Sweden, IFMC Executive Board elect.
Dear outgoing executive board and team of officials, dear supervising council, dear organizing committee, dear plenary team, dear team of officials elect, and our dearest NMOs. As we're coming to the end of the 74th FMSA General Assembly August meeting, we want to take a moment to thank everyone for their service to this federation. Each and every one of you made the decision to give yourself and to work tirelessly to guide this federation forward. Words are not enough to describe how thankful we are for your dedication, your leadership, and your willingness to go above and beyond for this federation and what it stands for. Angelo, Lucia, Grace, Hannah, Tashrif, and Melike, during your time as executive board, you have faced countless challenges. Very few are known to our NMOs, and countless is the number of issues you had to solve behind closed doors, and that will remain forever unknown. But we want you to know how thankful we are for your composure, your guidance, and your leadership. Laura, Sadat, Marcelo, Nayem, and John, you have been the heart behind our regions. From regional meetings to LMs, you did it all. Thank you for safeguarding our membership and for keeping our regions inclusive and engaged. Thank you for supporting our NMOs and being the connecting link between FMSA and our members. To David and Ash, Beth, Kana, and Anna, you have provided a network for opportunities for our members to connect, embrace, and advocate. You have given our members a platform to voice their concerns, and you have taught us what advocacy really means. To Rudy, Ahmed, Nacha, Amer, Dino, and Rahi, you created a space for our members to engage, to grow, to build, and to connect. Thank you for giving your all to the standing committees and for connecting the world. To our supervising council, thank you for being a guiding body within this General Assembly and throughout the terms. Your efforts for this General Assembly have not gone unnoticed. Thank you for bringing accountability and transparency to our operations. Thank you for being here to listen, guide, and advise us. We're thankful for all your time you have spent in the efforts to maintain the integrity of the Federation. Now to our amazing plenary team. You had to deal more than you'd signed up for. Thank you for your patience, your integrity, and your motivation to lead our highest decision-making body. You brought us together in decisions that will guide this federation forward for years, and for that, we are thankful. To our organizing committee and the head of organizing committee, Anna, thank you for everything you have done for us, for hosting an event in less than 3 weeks, and for dealing with all of our new requests and needs. Your efforts will be a beacon of selflessness and service for years in FMSA history. To our team of officials elect, thank you for giving yourself to service and for joining us in leading the next term in FMSA. A term full of challenges and work, but also of opportunities, of everlasting memories that will accompany you in the next chapters of your life. We look forward to working with you in the next days and shaping the term ahead. And now to you, our NMOs, and all the individuals who joined us in making this General Assembly a special one. You have shown again and again your unwavering dedication and passion for this federation. You have consistently showed up to engage, to discuss, and to support. Regardless of plenaries ending in early mornings, you still showed up in sessions 2 hours later and contributed to all conversations. Thank you for believing in this federation, for believing in us, and for believing in a stronger future together. Leadership in FMSA is not momentary. It is steady, constant, and ever-present force. Over our 74 years of history, people have went and came, but our vision, our mission, and our dedication to the cause has remained unchanged. For us, this General Assembly is a special one. It marks the beginning of our preparations for a year full of work, passion, and planning. This General Assembly, we're saying goodbye to a generation of people who have dedicated years of their life for this federation and their NMOs. Officials, NMO presidents, representatives, colleagues, and most of all, friends. Thank you for sharing this part of your lives with us and for joining us in unity, service, and solidarity. For the friends that became family and a dream for a better life, yours, the Executive Board elect.
Thank you very much, EB elect, IFMSA team of officials.
My God. Dear IFMSA family, we would like to sincerely thank the plenary team for their incredible dedication, patience, and resilience throughout this General Assembly. This GA was truly unlike any other, and the journey leading up to it was far from easy. We began forming the plenary team just 1 month before the General Assembly, and even 2 days before sessions began. We were still missing 2 members of the CCC. These last-minute confirmations brought significant challenges, from limited time for coordination and onboarding to uncertainty in shaping the structure of our procedures. But despite all this, the team came together, and after 6 days and a lot of motions, they made it happen. You handled marathon sessions that stretched until 5 in the morning, now even 7 a.m. in the morning. You stay composed during difficult legal discussions, legal advice, long waiting times, and intense debates. You held spaces with professionalism, empathy, and care, and for that we are endlessly grateful. To Mohammed and Sebastian, thank you for moderating with such strength, clarity, and calm, even in the most exhausting hours. I need to Simen Lee, Malak, Ayrton, Niklas, Muskan, Amani, Ibrahim, Catherine, our amazing secretaries and secretary assistants. Your tireless work behind your keyboards ensured everything was recorded and kept our federation moving forward. To Dianta, Pascal, Zoe, Kenneth, Anya, thank you for safeguarding our democratic processes with fairness and consistency, despite the time's constraints and despite the constant questions. Thank you again, CCC. And to our amazing returning officers, Hala, Mohamed, Fan, Paulo, Huiling, Amelie, your quite vital support in handling microphones, assisting online attendees, helping everyone feel seen, heard, and included in the process. We also want to extend our warmest gratitudes to all participants, delegates. We know this DA was not easy. We know this DA had a lot of changes in the last month. The plenaries were long, the discussions were heavy, the flight tickets were changed, and your energy was tested. But your engagement, your patience, and presence made a difference. And because your voices are the heart of this federation. And finally, a heartfelt thank you to our team of officials. I will introduce them later in the closing ceremony. Organizing 2 general assemblies within 1 term is no small task. It required countless hours, sleepless nights, and incredible teamwork. This GA was made possible because of your commitment to the Federation and to each other. This General Assembly may have come to an end, but our work does not stop here. We carry forward the decisions, the reflections, and the powerful messages that echo through our plenary hall. We carry them into our animals, or regions, or communities, because IFMSA lives far beyond the walls of this GA. The IFMSA is also carrying something important and rewarding for the next term, and is the next leadership. We wish the best of luck and the best of success to our successors, the team of officials elect. Their courage to run, to present, and to face elections to lead this federation is impressive and will continue inspiring the next generations of members of the FMSA. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let's keep building, keep challenging, and keep growing together.
Thank you very much, IFMSA team of officials. We proceed to our next agenda point, which is the adoption of the CCC report. CCC, before we start the motion, Maze, would you like to present the report or make any remarks?
We'd like a short technical break.
Okay.
point of information. If we do not send the report now first before we enter the maze, it will not be the right document and we can't vote on it. So that's why I require a technical break to send it to you. It's done. I just have to download it and Pascal will do like a last, I don't know, puns in the email. And you will have actually time to read it to see that we added in all the motions or not. That's up to you. So that is the technical break, okay? It will actually be a short technical break, I promise.
In the meantime, everyone, we're gonna have the closing ceremony very, very soon. That's the energy, yay! So after the closing ceremony, we can go together and have breakfast.
Dear NMOs, you can find the final CCC report in your inboxes.
Okay, so now that we have the CCC report in our inboxes, please let's proceed. Everyone, please take your seats. Yalla, everyone, let's go. Okay, we have regular motion number 166. Yes, BVMD Germany. It is there. I think let's double, yeah. What about other animals? Can you please confirm if you've received this? Okay. Perfect. So, should we proceed with the motion? How would we move this?
We need another short technical break. Is VPM in the room?
We are very close to start the closing ceremony. So, ya te pasó eso. So take your delegates back to the room in 10 minutes, hopefully.
Once again, animals, please remember to send your statements. I have to say, Joe, we're still missing your statement. We are having internet connection issues, which is delaying CCC more. Meanwhile, just a fun fact, I do not think IFMSA ever had a plenary that ended at 7 a.m. and a closing ceremony that will basically start around 9 or something. This is a first. Not a first that I would clap for, but you do you.
Sure. Point of order. That is not a fun fact. It is a fact. Also, you have the final CCC report in your mailboxes. Please do confirm.
Okay.
Give us 3 seconds, but let us know when it's there. It's sent.
Okay, we have confirmation that we've received the report, so we're back from the break. Do we have Anya in the room? Okay, Kenneth is online. Perfect. So regular motion 166 to adopt the final report of the Constitution Credential Committee for the 74th IFMSA General Assembly August meeting 2025. Proposed by the IFMSA Executive Board. IFMSA EB, would you like to explain?
No.
Thank you, EB. Do we have a seconder? IFMSA Spain. Do we have any amendments? No amendments. Do we have a direct negative? No direct negatives. This motion passes demo contra. Then we have a regular motion to adopt the minutes of the 74th IFMSA General Assembly meeting. Before we read the motion made itself, yes, so we'll basically have a speakers list where you explain how we're doing things, and then we're going to have something that no one likes. Not going to name it, but you know what it is. So I did not say it, you said it. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So yeah. So we'll have the break.
In case you didn't receive your postcard and sticker from the GA, please approach me. Thank you.
This is your last. This is your last chance to tell your delegates to come to the closing ceremony, which will start in 10 minutes. Again. Thank you.
Yes, I can see us, see us, see us. 'Cause every girl here wanna be a, be a, be a. Oh, she's a diva, diva, diva. I feel the same and I wanna meet her, meet her, meet her. They say she low down. It's just a room and I don't believe her, believe her, believe her. They say she needs to slow down. The baddest thing around town. She's nothing like a girl you ever seen before. Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood. I'm trying to find words to describe this girl. Disrespectful. The way that booty moving, I can't take no more. That's just stop what I'm doing so I can pull. I'm trying to find words to describe this girl. Disrespectful. I can see us, see us, see us. 'Cause every girl here wanna be a, be a, be a. Oh, she's a diva, diva, diva. I feel the same and I wanna meet her, meet her, meet her. They say she low down. It's just a room and I don't believe her, believe her, believe her. They say she needs to slow down. They say slow down. She's nothing like a girl you ever seen before. Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood. I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl. Disrespectful. The way that booty moving, I can't take no more. I have to stop what I'm doing so I can go. I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl. Disrespectful. Sexy bitch. Sorry.
My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no power, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no fame, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. Want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, want more and more. People just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, free from desire. Mind and senses purified, free from desire. Mind and senses purified, free from desire. Mind and senses purified, free from desire. Na 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 got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no power, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no fame, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs.
want more and more. People just want more and more. When I dance, they call me Macarena, and the boys they say que soy buena. They all want me, they can't have me, so they all come and dance beside me. Move with me, chant with me, and if you could, I'd take you home with me.
Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Now don't you worry about my boyfriend, the boy whose name is Vitorino. I don't want him, couldn't stand him, he was no good, so I... Now, come on, what was I supposed to do? He was out of town, and his two friends were so fine.
Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Alla tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
My life all alone, how I hate to spend being on my own. I'm out the window, and it makes me so depressed to see you. Started so loud, no one to hear my breath.
Vâng, 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 vâng. Ud på floor og dækker. Uns, 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 uns. Uns, 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 uns. Du ved det. Uns, 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 uns. Uns, 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 uns.
Since we are in a break, can you all take care of the trash, your trash? Because right after we are leaving, so maybe it will be a good idea to take care of your trash. Thank you.
Men er lang, lad det smelte ud på tungen, og så flyder vi sammen, for der hvor røgen rammer, sidder vi. Brandtanken ruller op med garanti, 2 gange t-shirts med flammer i. Nu rammer de non-speed direkte floor. Helt ren snav champagne tår. Her høj havs, man forstår. Helt hardcore, du ved det går. Bunds, 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 bunds. Bunds, 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 bunds. Du ved det. Bunds, 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 bunds. Bunds, 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 breakdown. Danser som jeg er vægtløs. Svæver over gulvet, kun i skæret knæklys. Ærlig, hvis du er flad, kan du let strøs. Man er ikke varm, man kan ikke frøs. I den pumper tramp. Det må være det yin og det yang. Fra den første til den sidste sang. Danser som en næste boomerang. Der hvor jeg står, direkte floor. Champagne tår, baby, give me some more. Råber, jeg har ikke brug for en læge på borg. Ikke på vilkår, ikke så længe det stadig går. Bunds, 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 bunds. Bunds, 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 bunds. Du ved det. Bunds, 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 bunds. Bunds, 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 bunds.
La fuerza del mar que se mete por tu pena, lo caliente del sol que se te metió y no te deja quieta, nena. No puedes parar eso que al bailar descontrola tus cadenas. Y ese fuego que quema por dentro y lento, convierte en piedra. Una mano arriba, siento una sola, a media vuelta, y salgo de seguirte ahora, tú solo empieza, mueve la cabeza. Pa' quebrar con duro, dançar com duro, oi, 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 seja moreno, loira, vem balançar com duro, oi, 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 vamos arriba, segura toda, dame de fuera, dame no te canses ahora, tú solo empieza, mueve la cabeza. Ich zeig dir meinen Helikopter, denn Bugattis sind für Opfer. Mainzer Uni, wir sind Topstars, Liebe pur im Medikopter. Ja, wir kommen im Helikopter, retten dich und deine Tochter. Und wir trinken Partyklopfer, Liebe pur im Medikopter. Die sind doch keine Streber. Mach den Huf, 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 mach den Schrauber, 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 mach den Helikopter einziehen. Mach den Huf, 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 mach den Schrauber, 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 mach den Helikopter einziehen. Rettungsheld, Held, Held, ohne Geld, Geld, Geld bei dir im Zelt, Zelt, Zelt. Retten wir die Welt, ich intubier, Bier, 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 Bier. Deine Superglut verlegten Rohr, 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 scheiß Kopf vom Vor, 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 schütteln Tor, Tor, Tor. Dann singen wir im Chor. Mach den mach den Schrauber, 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 den Medikopter einfliegen. Mach den mach den Schrauber, 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 mach den Medikopter einfliegen. Mach den Schrauber, 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 den Medikopter einfliegen. Mach den Schrauber, 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 mach den Medikopter einfliegen.
Hast du einen Krampf, 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 geben wir Dampf, 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 notfalls mit Hanf, Hanf, Hanf. Liegen wir ganz sanft, schnell.
Game start. Up, 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 uh-huh, uh-huh. Up, up, kissy face, fancy phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Oh, 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 don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? See tomorrow, tonight, go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the uh-huh,
Whatever, it's whatever you like. Turn this opposite to a club. I'm talking drink, dance, smoke, free, party all night. Come back, yo, what's up? Oh, 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 don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, tonight, go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Hey, so now you know the game. Are you ready? Because I'm coming to get you. Get you, get you. Oh, I'm on my way.
You want me like I want you, baby. Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, tonight, go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the Yes, Oh no, see you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why the beat cold? We just getting started, don't you tiptoe, tiptoe. Waste time with the masterpiece, waste time with the masterpiece. You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Tell me, baby.
Can the online people hear us?
Yes, sir.
Hello, online people?
Hello? Can you hear us?
Sometimes I hear something. I'm not sure if this is the online people.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can we increase the volume on this? So I got the feedback that the online people can hear us. I also got the feedback that we didn't explain our break very well to the online people. We are tremendously sorry about this. We needed some minutes to finalize the minutes of the plenaries so that we can finally adopt them, because that is a condition for the lawyers to do their notarial deed, so that the new constitution can be registered and the associates can have voting rights in the next General Assembly in the March meeting. If we don't do that now, the associates would have to wait another half a year to get their voting rights back. So this is of utmost importance at this point in the plenary. Sweden, you have a question? This is a very smart question. Luckily, we have thought about this in beforehand, so you will shortly see how we envision the process. Oh, for the online people, sorry. FMSA Sweden asked if we can, if we can have the minutes represent that we adopted them. Yes, we can. We will have that represented. I just heard that Tefu sent the minutes.
Are you in the Zoom?
Are you? So please log on to Nemo Vote. I see that only 20 NMOs are logged into Nemo Vote online. So please log on to that so that we can have our last decision at this GA. That would be yeah, semi-last. Okay, I get it.
Um,
So
we're
So with that, we open a speakers list with the IFSAEB on it to explain the process, how we are going to adopt the meetings, the minutes of this meeting right in this meeting, because that's sounds like magic.
Okay, General Assembly. Let's start with some preamble.
Sorry, Tifu. For the explanation and everything that follows, it's like I promise it's just going to be a few minutes, but can we please have silence in the room? I know it's very hard at this point, but please stop chatting and listen to our beloved president to explain the process on how we're gonna get our associates voting rights again. That's important. We heard that in a lot of statements, so please. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically we have compiled all the minutes of the General Assembly. You can find the document of 405 pages with the and all the annexes attached. What are we going to do is that first of all, the process of adoption of minutes more than a Dutch law thing is an IFMSA bylaws procedure, because according to Dutch law, you don't need to necessarily adopt the minutes of the General Assembly inside the General Assembly. It's a responsibility carried by the chair and the secretary. However, here in the IFMSA, we need to adopt the minutes of the General Assembly. So, what are we going to do is that yesterday we proposed a regular motion to adopt the minutes of the 74 IFMSA General Assembly August meeting 2025 as shared on the NMO server today. We are going to propose an amendment that will say to amend the minutes to reflect that they were adopted at the 74 General Assembly August meeting in Ioannina, Greece on the 7th of August 2025 by simple majority. Okay, that's like the process here. Then we are adding a note that says, as a final note and in accordance with Dutch civil law and the Articles of Association of the International Federation of Medical Students Association, the amendment of the Articles of Association requires formal adoption by the General Assembly and execution by notarial deed. The initial version of the proposed amendments prepared by DLA Piper Netherlands NB was shared with national members organizations on the 28th of July 2025, and the final version was shared and adopted on the 5th of August 2025 during the 74th General Assembly August meeting held in Ioannina, Greece. The amendments were adopted with the required two-thirds majority, and the General Assembly further authorized the execution of the notarial deed. These minutes serve as the official legal record of that decision-making process and provide the necessary documentation to support the notarial act in accordance with Dutch law. Okay, too much Dutch law for 13 hours of plenary. And after that, we have the procedural motion to adjourn the meeting. Again, this process is more, the adoption of the minutes is more an IFMSA regulated process. So it's more on our discretion and the discretion of the General Assembly and the CCC as their interpretation how we should adopt it. The most important step is to actually close the General Assembly, and yeah, and then we can send it to the lawyers. One important thing is that small details can still be changed, and then you can re-adopt it in March meeting until you cannot change the main decisions. But for example, if a statement was not correct or a statement was missing and it's just one sentence, you can still amend it during the next March meeting. So I hope it was kind of understood. You can find the version in the email, and I would say that the most important part of these minutes is what is in the plenary number 4. That is when we pass the notarial deed. So yeah.
Thank you very much, IFMC President. We have questions in the room. Lemsik Lebanon, what is your question?
The minutes that we received do not include plenary 6. They stop at the end of plenary 5.
That was a mistake. Just press reload and it will appear.
Okay.
Really trust. Just press reload in that link and it will appear.
Okay, and okay, now thank you.
Thank you for that question, IFMC Spain. Another one?
Hello. What is the process for feedback? Like, how do you want the feedback?
Right now, I don't expect feedback.
That's
However,
we've been told that you wanted feedback. That's
but
the question.
after the DA, we just open the Word document and you will be able to comment there.
Okay, thank you.
Just as the regular process. At the end, these minutes are just the proof. So the notary wants to see that there is a correct flow of the procedures and that we follow the majority needed and the requirements needed, especially in the notarial deed.
Thank you.
Okay, do we all feel informed well to take a decision on the minutes? I do not see any further questions. Is somebody watching the Zoom? Do we have any questions in the Zoom?
No, we do not.
Nice. Thank you very much. So then we will enter the motion maze by reading the motion text. Motion number 167 reads to adopt the minutes of the 74th IFMSA General Assembly, August meeting 2025, as shared on the NMO server, proposed by the IFMS-AEB. IFMS-EB has already explained their motion, so we do not need that. Do we have a seconder for this motion? No. Let's do IFMS-A Poland. Do we have an amendment for the motion? IFMS-A-EB.
To amend the minutes to reflect that they were adopted at the 74th General Assembly August meeting in Ioannina, Greece on the 7th of August 2025 by simple majority.
Thank you very much. Does the proposer accept the amendment? Does the seconder accept the amendment? Yeah. Do we have further amendments? IFMSA subco.
Mati Hihim, FMSA Subco. So there is a section in this minutes that mentions individuals by their names, which, as you know, is not a common practice in our J minutes. Also, with these names, there are unconfirmed accusations, and we don't believe that this content has place in our institutional records. So, as such, we'll be amending. We will be amending minutes to remove this part because we think this is really important. We are concerned about the potential legal implications of including this content because it could be seen as defamatory. So yeah, we would also like to note that this section in question is not crucial because all the relevant information was appropriately disclosed by the chairperson during the speakers list. So yeah, and the amendment goes to remove statement by the task force on ableism during plenary 4 read on the speakers list at 1913.
Thank you very much. Does the proposer accept the amendment?
Yes, we do.
Does the seconder accept the amendment? IFMSA Poland? IFMSA, yeah. Do we have any further amendments? I do not see any further amendments. Do we have a direct negative? I do not see any direct negative. Do we have something in a Zoom? Tashrif? Sorry.
We do not.
No, no direct negative. This motion passes Nemo Concha. Thank you very much.
Yes, so we have a procedural motion submitted by the IFMSA Executive Board to adjourn the 74th General Assembly August meeting 2025. IFMSA EB, would you like to explain?
We need to close the General Assembly to make valid all our decisions, and because it's needed after a lot of hours. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have a seconder? Do we have IMCC Denmark in the room? Do we yes, I was going to Helms Greece. So since this is a procedural motion, we're going to proceed to a vote and we'll let you know when the vote is open. And I cannot believe I'm saying this for the last time.
The vote is open. Please log on to Nemo Vote for the last time, hopefully. Make smart choices here. Log on to Nemo Vote and cast your votes. We have now closed the vote.
So we received 37 votes in total, 34 in favor, 3 against, and 0 abstentions. The August meeting 2025 is officially adjourned.
Point of order.
The motion passes with 2/3 majority.
Point of order.
Yes.
Not quorum.
I think the quorum is 42.
So yes, CCC confirmed it's 29. Yeah, so just one last thing from my side. I think like I do not want to bore you with details. I'll send you something later, but it is important to acknowledge everyone who actually contributed to this. So thank you very much to the amazing plenary team, starting with the secretary team. It should never be an expectation from the secretary team to actually finalize the minutes by the end of the plenary. It never happens, but actually this secretary team managed to do that. So they deserve a lot of credit, and I'm actually super proud of them. Well, having been a returning officer for a few minutes today, I think I can also tell you that it is not an easy job to run around with the microphone and also, realize who's speaking and who needs to speak and when and everything. It is an incredibly taxing job. Sometimes it might not be as rewarding as we would like it to be, but yet we still had a few members who were willing to do it. So, to our amazing online returning officers and in-person returning officers, you have my utmost respect and gratitude. And hopefully, one day you will not count the vote with your hands. You might be able to count it through Nemo vote. So, thank you for that. And to the CCC, that I think I annoyed them quite a lot with all the different questions and the weird technical procedures, but they were always very nice and very happy. Also, it should never be an expectation for any CCC to prepare their report in such a short timeline. I understand that from certain perspectives, this might have been late, but I do not think we should look at it from the perspective of, okay, when did we receive it during the General Assembly? We should look at it realistically and ask ourselves, how many days did this group of people have to actually submit the work? So for that, I'm also incredibly grateful, and I'm very happy that I had this CCC in particular. And then to Sebastian and Seeming, honestly, like I always considered myself a very trusting person. I would delegate a task and I would make like I would hope it would get done. But in this case, it was always done, and it was always done very calmly without any drama. I think I was the like if complaining about the sports, I think I was probably the one who's complaining the most. But Basti and Siming were actually very composed. Maybe because they're younger, maybe because I am younger. You never know. You'll never know the answer to that. But yeah, for that, I'm also very thankful. Then I do believe that Subco is not always thanked enough. And for that, I also want to specifically thank the three Subco members who were present on site. They were always willing to run around, just give their inputs on something very random, getting briefed in 2 seconds, getting on board with whatever crazy ideas we're giving, and were always willing to give their moral support, emotional support, and blessings. Best of luck if you're still doing this. You still have two general assemblies. And for fair, I think this is a hell of GA to close your chapter as a subco member. So thank you very much for all your help. And then for the amazing organizing committee who tried to the best of their ability to ensure that everything was done on time and as well as it could be. I've never seen an organizing committee actually help with internet and give hotspots and run around, especially ahead of OC. So thank you very much for that. I really hope this is your last GA. Sorry, your last time or organizing a GA, because this is not something I would wish on anyone. But for that, I'm also very grateful. And last but definitely not least, thank you to the EB. I know you had one of the craziest terms in IFMSA. I'm happy that this was not my term. Incredibly happy. Like despite all the pressure, you actually managed to do what you can do. I'm sure that you are like recalling all the things that could have been done better. Please don't. This is not the time to do that. You've done your part, you've done your best, and now some of you are retiring, one of you is not. Best of luck for that person. Um, but yeah, thank you very much for all your help, and a special thanks to Grace and the amazing membership IT for all the help and all the technical support, logistical support, all kind of support. It was always very easy to work with you all. So thank you for that as well. And And to all the heads of delegations and participants, you were always very kind, very warm. You're very also compliant, which was very impressive. So thank you very much for making my life very easy. And thank you very much for also reminding me that IFMSA's decision making is still in safe hands. Thank you for that. And hopefully this is not a goodbye, but see you soon. Now, some of you are going to the opening ceremony. I'm going to sleep. So sorry, whatever you think, like I'm opening my, proper sleep cycle.